Hi, I'm Rosco, and welcome to EV Marketplace on a Wednesday night. And if you're watching at 6:30 on a Wednesday night, well, it's EV Wednesday. We're at 6:30. Then Tom hopefully will take you through from 9 o'clock. Plenty on YouTube and all over the place to watch in between. But hey, tonight we're coming to you live on YouTube, on LinkedIn for the first time, and Facebook, so you can watch us anywhere. Or if you're watching us on catch up a bit later on, thanks for joining us. Wow, what a fantastic week it's been. I'm Rosco, and you're here for your weekly dose of used EV deals, data, and discovery. Let's get straight into it. Tonight, we've got a very special guest. A friend of mine, Gerry's joining us. I think he's had enough of his petrol cars, BMW, as he had for a few years now. This time, he was looking for a brand new, or maybe a used EV. He's not sure yet. So he's joining us in the second half of the show, and we're going to talk buying a used EV for the first time. Gerry, good evening. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on. We're talking EVs tonight, and we were talking behind the scenes and chatting a couple of weeks ago about cars and things and EVs and interest, and you let it slip that you might be interested in a new or a used EV after a long time owning a petrol car. What got you interested? What was the aha moment?
Well, when you say I let it slip. I also let it slip that I wanted to buy a tin of beetroot, and when I was suddenly broadcasting for Coles, Woolworths, and IGA and Aldi, so don't just drop accidentally or don't slip what you're thinking. Otherwise, you can get trapped in an EV special show.
Suddenly,
Not that I feel.
I know.
You, Ross.
The
We
last
go
place
back.
the last place you expected to be was here, but
That's
apart from an epiphany in the supermarket aisles, what made you think a little bit harder in the last couple of months about switching to an EV?
It hasn't been, as you might suspect, or as others might suspect, that it's the Strait of Hormuz, and it's been weighing on my mind for a number of years now, and particularly as my car, a BM'er 5 Series that I ordered in Bavaria in 24 years ago. It's a bit like that, but it has a more regal, deep blue. I think it's called China blue. When I ordered it, they said, well, they don't make that paint anymore, but we'll do it especially for you. So it has a dignified color, but I've spent a little too much keeping it on the road in the last couple of years, and the way I've been thinking, apart from petrol prices, which have been exorbitant, that I would convert to an EV. I think that means electric vehicle. Or is it electrical vehicle? Just electric.
Yeah.
Vehicle, yeah. And so the BM'er that I have is getting a little low for me to get out. Getting in's all right because I can plonk. But, with knees and whoopsie daisy, I'd prefer a higher vehicle so that I can just step out in a regal fashion.
Look, you might have bought a deeper blue color, but I took this photo last week, and I think it's faded because this was the color it was when I took the photo only last week. So I'm not sure.
Yeah. That's not me driving. That's an ET. That's an extraterrestrial. That dome-ish thing in front. ET and EV. But it's a dignified vehicle, and I've been looking. I came in at the end, and when you're discussing, I think you were dissing, not discussing. I think you were dissing the idea of a hybrid, whereas a garage man who just worked on my car a couple of weeks ago said, well, it's a good transition vehicle, but you're saying it's not your territory, is it? You want pure EV.
I've got a photo of here when you got the bill from that mechanic. And AI is an evil. AI is an evil thing, isn't it?
Oh, yes, I was going to say. I look more like Willem, that actor.
Who's that guy from?
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, half of it's.
You've ruined me.
Or Keith
That's what
Richards.
I'll be like sort of next year.
Yeah, that's you after you got your last bill from the mechanics. But interesting.
Lips there. Talking about.
Well, we're moving right along. Interesting on the mechanic's view. So he was quite strongly recommending the hybrid would be good as a transition vehicle.
Yeah, but for a week or two, and then I can go straight to an EV. It's like a transit lounge internationally.
And
But what is your main objection? Because it's still petrol.
I'll be asking the questions. All right, that's.
Oh. Realise it's going to be like that.
I think it's to keep them in a job for longer. It's interesting because not only is there a petrol motor, and there is another electric motor as well, and there's a battery. So, your car's got an electric motor to start it. It's got a petrol motor which has been running for a while, and it's got a battery to start that as well. Add another battery to help it with the first 20 or 30 Ks of its journey, just to pretend that it's reasonably economical or efficient in some way, shape or form, helping to save the world. And putting all that together, I just think we're going to be seeing a whole lot of headaches in the next 5 or 6 years of ownership for those people. We've got some hybrid fans on the show tonight, and look, again, it's personal preference, personal choice.
Yes.
I'm not going to, anyone who makes that choice, it's up to them. I just feel that, the mechanic's going to stay in business longer fixing the petrol side of things. I'm not sure if the whole complicated nature of that vehicle is really helping us towards when the pure battery electric cars are here and the range is getting longer and the advances are made quicker in batteries. So you can jump.
I would be interested I beg your pardon, in not only the range on a trip, but the longevity of the battery in an EV. I suppose they're improving all the time, like mobile phone battery is.
Yeah, interesting. And then, again, not sure how much different the hybrid's battery is, but the.
Oh no, I mean the EV battery.
They're lasting a lot longer. So they're lasting a lot longer than they thought. The testing
10 years?
10, 12 years now, easy. We've looked at a Tesla Model Y that's done 330,000 Ks and the battery's at about 86%. So that means that average person does 17, 18, 20,000 Ks. It's 10 or 12 years of work as an Uber in 3 years. So it's going to last it. A typical car like that, Tesla Model Y, is going to last 10, 12 years easily, which is only
imagine.
Apart from yours, is the average age of a car in Australia.
How much 10 years is?
12.6 if you want to ask Google. But
yes, I've coming up 24 years, but I don't know if I've got 24 more years left.
Hey, you may not need it for much. We are
my sight or my capacity or my sort of hand-eye coordination.
Well, hopefully, if we look at something now, it'll be able to drive you around. It might have some autonomous capability, and it might be able to drive you around in 5, 6 years. That would be ideal. And without laughing too much about that, it is one of the benefits being touted by many people for self-driving, that you will better drive longer because it will just drive you around. You can go wherever you like, whenever you like, without actually having to drive it. So it is being touted as a serious, funny benefit. So, hey, let's jump in. We've got a few ideas. We touched a few. Let's go high end. Is brand important, do you think?
Not for me. I had 3 BM'ers and I had a Citroen before that. But the shift to EV wouldn't be about brand so much as other factors, including the height and the length of a drive or
the range
before charge. And if I remember the range before in case I did forget to charge it overnight.
And you're living, or you're expecting to live somewhere where you might have a charger at home, or you may not.
Yes, I guess my phone charger wouldn't cut it.
You could try. I guess I don't know how many phone chargers it would take to if you had a big power board. I was curious because you mentioned Regal, and I thought perhaps BMW you're a fan or not, but let's start higher end because there is a BMW that is coming out, and it's the talk of the town at the moment. It was pretty well
smart.
And again,
is that a 3 Series?
Yeah, iX3. Yes.
Oh, iX3. I was going to say it's a bit big for a 3.
Yeah. And look, service cost is one of our viewers has said service cost is an issue, and it's going to be on some cars. BMW have probably kept you're familiar with service costs. You can't escape it on some cars, except really Teslas. But again, the height is good because the SUV styles on BMW now are certainly much higher selling and more popular. So they've had a go with some other BMWs. And in fact, here's one of the original iX3s, and this is a used one you could probably get now. So the new one's replacing this one, and this will be probably in the mid 60s or so, probably dropping a bit faster as people trade up to the new one. But if you wanted to go high end, high up, BMW, pure BMW, latest EV tech, long range. They've had a few goes at it. I'll just drop some numbers. BMW have made 2 million cars already.
Really?
Yeah, electric cars. And it's going back to that little i3 we had before, great for around town, but a bit low. But they've had 25% of their sales here in Australia have been pure electric, not hybrids, pure electric for 2 or 3 years now. So they've shown good commitment, and I'm really happy. And those products have really gelled. I think sometimes the style like that one has meant that BMW owners they've related a bit more. So do you see a car and do you have to like it? Do you have to like the look of it?
I do see them in the traffic, and I think that looks right. And some of the, excuse me, I mean, this sounds frivolous, but some of the colours are something that I would buy. They look, some the new colours look edible.
like that one.
Well, not quite.
We'll get to an edible colour. Look,
okay.
Just by the way, we do help out people both buy and sell. If you're looking for a new one, and if people are out there watching and they want a second opinion or they're happy to, we're more than happy to approach dealers and get deals as well. So that's what we've been doing for Gerry. Whether it's a used one, we're happy to find them, or a new one, we're happy to look around for people. So based on the reaction so far, I'm going to double my fee. But then let's have a look at something else. Lexus has done pretty well. Again, high end. Again, it comes down to looks. How does any appeal?
Well, it looks very streamlined, doesn't it? Very cool. And is that a good height?
That's a little bit lower, I think. They're definitely a little bit lower. This is the new Lexus RZ, and some of the fans aren't that happy with Toyota and other areas of EV land, but they're doing some EVs, but not trying as hard, keeping their hybrid business going a little bit longer. Lexus have got the cars as well. Lexus brand has been pretty popular up in the luxury end, and has attracted some strong buying interest. So we'll put a cross through that one at the moment, shall we?
Okay.
Mazda. What colour would you call that? Speaking of fruit.
Is it aubergine?
Aubergine.
Is that a dark purple?
I think so. Purple interior.
It is also. It does have a different shade of purple, and I suppose I can move the steering wheel to the other side, couldn't I?
No, well,
looks space age.
If you'd prefer to have a right-hand drive car, that's fine. So.
But if they had two, it would look like an aircraft or a spacecraft.
Yeah, clearly an overseas
sleek
model, but enormous screen. Does that appeal?
I was going to talk about the CinemaScope screen, and it's almost larger than the windscreen, and you might be distracted just looking at that. How many cameras do these vehicles have now? I mean, one for reversing and
all over them. Yeah, they're using them as sensors, and Tesla have got one on each side that's pointed in the direction of the rearview mirrors. So if you put your indicator on, in some cars, there's a picture comes up, because I think they'd like to get rid of the rearview, the side mirrors. Ultimately,
I think I was in an Uber in an Uber vehicle where the driver explained that was the next thing.
Yeah,
that to lose the.
Yeah, they would like to, I'm sure.
Rear vision, the side mirrors.
Yeah, I'd sell this one. I mean, this is late 50s now, maybe 60 on the road, with or without the purple aubergine interior. Again, Mazda have been slow to the party. Some people prefer the more traditional brands. We'll have a look at some that aren't. And I think how one of our guests is suggesting a Kia EV3, which we might get a chance to have a look at as well. A more boxy, upright SUV style.
Yes.
This one,
if I was doing food delivery, I'd do that.
Have you,
the boxing part. Or if I had a boutique business.
You haven't been doing Uber Eats delivery?
Not Uber Eats, a pie shop.
Okay, that's a boutique. Okay, all right. That interior, yeah. Look, that shot, that wide angle shot, the screen is big, and that makes it look small compared to how big it really is. I think the companies like Mazda, a bit slow to the party, but a couple of models they brought out recently are Chinese manufactured. It's the only way they can compete now. So again, BMW's, Lexus, Mazda, the more traditional brands. BMW doing well. This one is again mid to late 30s. JQ J5. Very interesting, because they're coming down the pricing, but incredibly well equipped. Again, looks a bit Range Rovery, you think?
It looks again very sleek. But no. Oh, well, there's no need for a radiator. Is that right?
No radiator. No radiator.
That's right. Yes, radiator. That's what I was trying to say. And what make is that?
JQ.
JQ.
I don't know if my pronunciation is correct. The big question for a lot of buyers nowadays is a more established brand and who have been slower to the party, or some of the newer Chinese brands, where people are jumping on the bandwagon through price decisions and quality and features, but maybe not expecting with a bit more of a gamble on whether the service and the parts and questions of repairs and are going to be there, in as much as the mechanics aren't there schooled up really. So a bit of a question, although this one's doing really well at the moment.
What range has this vehicle got?
I do not know. Someone could help me. Maybe someone can Google it. This is amazing. What's the range of JQ J5? Maybe 350. I'd be surprised if it wasn't somewhere between 350 and 400. That's about par for most of the new cars these days, unless they're a lot smaller. But mid-size SUV, it'd step up to this. It's a step up kind of car, not a step down. So you're sitting high, and it's just been popular because it's a handy little car, and well priced is really important as well. So
that seems to be well priced. It doesn't come with an extension lead, obviously, but does it? How long does it keep a charge if, say, there's no charging station near me or in my building, and I don't know if there's an outlet for a domestic sort of charge? But how long, if you charged it and then parked it overnight or a couple of nights, how long is it retain that charge?
You'd lose less than 1% for a couple of nights. So over the course of a week, it would, if you sat there and just left it for a week, it might lose 1 or 2%.
Oh, really?
That's all. Just on some small auxiliary.
Yeah.
We've got some answers.
Have you those the solar things, solar panels that people charge their battery with? Are they is that a thing for
Absolutely.
charging EV?
That's right. If you've got your own freestanding house, or you can steal your next door neighbours. But no, if you've got your freestanding house and you've got solar, and often people are putting a battery in as well, they're not only powering their house, but they're charging the car for virtually nothing.
Yeah.
It is
Well, that's at
literally.
home. If you're if you're on a
Mm,
long trip
mm,
and you pulled into a motel, and
mm.
could you get out your panels and top it up, your solar
Unlikely,
panel?
unlikely because there's no sun at night. So
Well,
you could put
if you drove at night, say the sun say the
yeah.
sun was out.
Um, it's not that efficient yet to have portable
Yeah,
solar panels to. They've tried it. They've tried plastering cars. They've tried portable units. It's enough for camping and small auxiliary camping, but not enough to charge a car. If you want to do a sneaky thing, you put the cable out the window of a motel and you just could charge for 6 hours,
oh,
and you would have enough to keep you going for the next day. If there was a local charging station, you'd pull in just like a petrol station and
yeah.
stop for 20 minutes, get a quick
I
zap.
see that the charging time now has really collapsed from 4 hours to, I don't know, 40 minutes.
Yeah, on the faster charges, it's getting faster. On the
Yeah,
slower, on the 4 or 5 hour charges is normally a home job. Where
yeah.
you're plugging in overnight to get lower electricity prices. So you're charging and setting a timer on the car to charge from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. and getting 100% over that time, or 80% easily. That's
I
that's like
suppose that. Sorry.
no, that's like your mobile phone analogy. That's
Yeah, I was
literally,
going to say, you'd have to be more vigilant than if you say, "Oh, I forgot to charge the phone."
yeah.
Uh, and if you were on
Mm.
remember those? There used to be world records with solar cars that were as high
Mm.
as a skateboard, and people lay down in them to cross Australia. And only
Yeah.
took 3 months for a trip. But that was
two,
a solar-driven car, wasn't it?
mm, 2 weeks.
Solar-powered vehicle. Mm.
Let's move on, because I'm not that
Yeah, okay.
hasn't quite prevailed yet because of the
I
efficiency of.
like that. That one for sort of, I guess, size
Mm.
uh, and budget.
Ton of space. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I've seen a black one on the road. I like this one
Hmm.
too. There's a smaller one for around town. If you were going to be an Aon UT, and I saw this on the road today, my first one. This has just been released. Another brand called Aon from GAC, I think. Yeah. Again, we won't have a chance to look at some of the suggestions in the comments, but it's just some that we chatted about down the range. And this I saw today. This is cute, nicer looking than the BYD Dolphin. And yeah, I thought this was really cute. Again, believe it or not, this one is a smaller sort of mini size car, not an old Mini, the new Mini, grown up Mini. That's the same price at the moment. Oh, it's a couple of grand less than that one.
Really?
So yeah, this is if you're probably really just doing around town to the shops, bits and pieces. But you're going to do a bit of interstate travel. You're planning to still doing a bit of interstate travel.
Yes, yes.
So
That
that's
would be most. But of course, in Sydney, I don't use it that much, except when I go out of the city
yeah.
and
All right.
then out of the state.
So it needs to be probably something like that, a bit
That
more
would suit
touring.
me better.
And then if you really want to go budget, there's still, again, a town car. The perennial Nissan Leaf is still 10, 12, 15 grand. So, but yeah, probably only 120 Ks of range. So there's choices if you can charge at home. But if you don't have a charger at home, as we keep saying, you can use the public charging. I've used public
Yeah.
charging for 3 or 3 years. There's more and more. You can just charge up like a petrol station, same as you would if you're interstate trips. Still works out way cheaper than petrol, just by
Yes, yeah.
using public chargers. Yeah. And there's local pole chargers to top up. You can leave it for a week without charging, come back, and the car will still have most of what you want. So
Mhm. So
if
that
you're,
goes into the budget mix, doesn't it? Charging versus buying petrol
yeah, it's still half the
and
price.
maintenance.
Yeah. And less maintenance. There'll still be some maintenance. Some of them have more of a petrol style maintenance schedule. Again, it's still some cars, again, it's a matter of checking out, depending on honing it down. We'll talk about what the next step is and a little bit later on. But look, for those of you who have joined us, and you may have recognised Gerry's face, illustrious, and she would have been, I just saw her in the Woman's Weekly, she would have been 100 this week, only a month ago. David Attenborough made it, but the Queen didn't. But
I know, and I could have done with another couple of years out of her.
Yeah.
I suppose now it's
So I know. We just wanted to wrap up with wondering what the Queen would So in your official capacity, what would the Queen buy if indeed she would buy an electric vehicle? And obviously, it has to be luxurious. Obviously, it has to be regal.
And unless they're on the farm.
Yeah, well, that's true. But
yes, that's
maybe a Mercedes electric S-Class, do you think?
Yeah. I've seen the modern royals getting around in Mercs. And I think what the Australian government, I think they've got a successful contract with BMW. But speaking of the late Queen, I think that would suit her need for regal.
And the German connection, would that be a plus or a minus?
Well, it depends what the back seat's like, isn't it? Just for sitting, I mean. Because if it's in the city, one would be in the back seat, and if it's in the country or at the farm, one would be driving. Because
she did have a penchant for Land Rovers, didn't she?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's sort of mix of her and the late her and the very present David Attenborough, because that could sort of go on his safari.
This is a jaunt. A lot of viewers will know Jaunt. They're a Melbourne-based firm that do some fantastic conversions, full restorations, and done a lot of Land Rover work. So maybe she would like this. Maybe this would be ideal. Do you think? This could be.
I think it would be ideal for a jaunt around. Or an aunt.
Where did they get the name from?
Aunt.
Jaunt.
It's an aunt whose name. It's Aunt Jane. So it's the J goes in front of aunt. I think it's Aunt. Yes. Yeah.
Jane Aunt.
J Aunt. Yes. Aunt. And that's good. How do you see over that spare wheel tyre?
Well, she'd have a major problem with that. There's no doubt. Yeah, she with a diminutive form of figure. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if that would work.
Cushions would be required.
Yeah, she might have to take the roof off and stand.
Oh yeah, and wave. Yeah.
Or one last choice.
Yeah.
Perhaps would it have to be a Rolls Royce? Do you think?
Oh, that's very 22nd century. It's everything except that there's no roof or a back seat.
That's good. Did she prefer to travel in the back seat?
It'd have to be in the driver's seat then, like Margaret Thatcher was, but maybe dear Karma or Karma dear. What's his name? Sir Carmen, Sir someone. The present Prime Minister probably won't be in the driving seat for much longer.
The English one, yeah, that comes and go.
That's a roller, isn't it? Yeah.
That's a new Rolls Royce. I think it's a custom built. I think they're very, very secretive about it. Taking orders 5 million plus or something. It would be pocket change for her.
Quid or dollars.
Or it doesn't matter. Pounds, dollars.
Doesn't matter.
US dollars, whatever she's got, whatever currency she's got on her.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're missing the Queen, like the Woman's Weekly. They're milking it one last time on the cover. She would have been 100.
Yeah.
And alas. So look, next steps for you.
Is to leave the Queen behind and to step into the future with an EV, not an ER.
Yeah, ER in an EV, Elizabeth Regina in an EV, Elizabeth vegetarian.
That's right.
Next steps for you, though,
Vroom, vroom,
narrow
I
it down
think
to a
would be
couple,
sound.
as we
Do I?
would. I said next steps for you. We'll narrow it down to a couple, maybe the JQ J5 and one of those older BMWs. And
I
we'll
just saw a note, excuse me, Ross. I know you've got the gift of the gab, but I have to get a word in here.
No.
There was a note saying, put Gerry into what was it? Zeke or
7X.
what is that? Who makes that?
Oh, that's Zika. You could do an endorsement for Zika. All you've got to do is mention Zika and they'll pick it up on
I
there.
just did.
Oh,
Zika. Is it like a Z car, but it's a Z car?
Zika. Yeah, there's a couple of viewers have got a Zika. Our last week, our guest went to China to visit Zika. He owns a Zika 7X stand from Kangaroo Island. And
how do you spell it?
ZEEKR. I would have put that on the list, but we hammered that last week, so I didn't bother going again. So,
but why is he suggesting that, or why are they suggesting that I drive to Kangaroo Island? Because that way they are. We can have a
Zika off.
We can have a Zeke off.
A Zika,
isn't it?
A Z. It is. Yeah, not that camera. The other camera. Camera 1. Exactly. We'll put that on the list as well. That's a beautiful car.
That is
up high.
I don't know about that purple one though. That's
look. That's a Denza. Oh no, that's not. All right, we'll put Zika.
That's a Denza. That's a Zika Challenger.
We'll put Zika.
I'll look into that. And thanks for the suggestion from Kangaroo Valley
Island.
Kangaroo Island. Kangaroo Valley's in New South, isn't it? I don't know who I am.
One's a valley and one's an island.
You and your geographic and geomorphological features and expertise.
Let's leave it there. My people will be in touch. My people will be in touch with your assistant to make some appointments to go and have a look, and we'll go for a drive. Next step.
Okay, Rosco, I look forward to that. And thanks to your many thousands of viewers for listening in on our conversation and making suggestions.
It could arguably be the smallest audience you've ever played to.
No, I don't know about that.
Good night, Gerry. Thanks for joining.
Good night, Rosco and friends.
Thanks, Gerry, for joining us. Thanks, guys. It's a lot of fun tonight. We were going through a process with Gerry to actually find him a car. He's a good friend of mine and he is contemplating. So we thought we'd have a bit of fun along with it as well. But if you've got anyone you know or you're watching yourself and you want some help, happy to dig up some deals for you on the new or used market. I'm Rosco and have a cruise around the EV marketplace before we go because we're just getting started. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.